Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Miss.
Spirit, once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Miss.
So, how are you for today?
We are fine. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I hope your here is doing well too. So, now I want to present about my materials about the review journal. But before that, I have pantun for you, and you can replay me with say Ewa, alright?
Yes.
Do you understand, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, Miss.
Alright. Are you ready?
Ready.
Sweet like honey,
Ewa.
eating with a few.
Ewa.
I don't have money,
Ewa.
but I have a good presentation for you now. Alright, thank you. Now, if you don't know me then, so you cannot know who I am. So, let me introduce myself. So, my name is Romyna Situmorang. Now, I want to present about the review journal. So, the first is about the title of the journal. So, the title of the journal is Speaking Skills in the 21st Century. So this is about the student perception and challenges in English language teaching. Now move to the next slide. About the content. So the content of my presentation, I have 9 points about the content of my presentation. The first is introduction, abstract, research overview, student perception on speaking skills, challenges and speaking skills, strength, weakness, research finding, and the last is conclusion. Now we move to the next slide. About the introduction of the journal, I have 3 points about the introduction of the journal. The first is the importance of speaking skills in English language teaching. And the second one is the challenges in mastering speaking skills. And the last is the significance of speaking skills in the 21st century. So the first is the importance of speaking skills in English language teaching. So speaking skills is really important for us for English language teaching. So it can make a student to communicate effectively in their real life. And speaking skills can help students to express their thought, conversation, and participate with the discussion. And speaking skills can improve that student confidence and future employment opportunities. And the second one is challenges and mastering speaking skills. I think the students have challenges to mastering the speaking skills, but I don't explain it now, but in the next slide. So now the last is the significance of speaking skills in the 21st century. So the speaking skills is really important to communicate with other people. So I want to ask you, do you think speaking skills is really important for us? And can you explain it? Why? Okay, Mutiara, what do you think? Do you think speaking skills really important for us or not? And why?
Yes, I do believe that speaking skills is very important when learning English. One of them is because speaking is one of the main way to communicate. So if you can speak, you can properly convey your thoughts and ideas
Yeah.
using English.
Alright. Thank you, Mutiara. How about important for us. And can you explain it? Why?
Yes, I think speaking is one of the important skills that we have to master because we usually speaking or speaking is the way how we are to communicate with others.
Alright, thank you. How about the other? Do you have any opinion about the speaking skills? How about Bintang? Can you explain a little bit?
For me, speaking skills is important because with speaking skills, we can express our ideas, like engage in discussions, and participate in various social and in professional contexts.
Alright, thank you for your opinion. So, the speaking skills is important for us because in the future we're gonna be a teacher, right? Alright.
Yes.
So, do you understand about the introduction of the journal?
Yes, miss.
Alright, now we move to the next slide. About the abstract. So, the abstract of the journal is this study analyzed that student perception and challenges regarding speaking skills in the 21st century. It highlights the importance of speaking skills as essential of effective communication, especially in a global context where English is a primary language. So, the study analyzed the student perception and challenges to mastering the speaking skills in the 21st century. So, the study used a quantitative research to find the data and improve 26 students from Universitas Mahasaraswati Denpasar and using interviews and questionnaire to find the data. So, do you understand about the abstract of the journal, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Alright. Now we move to the next slide. Research overview. So I have 3 points about the research overview of the journal. The first is objective, the second one is participant, and the last one is methodology. So the first is objective. So the study analyzed student perception and challenges in speaking skills. So this study analyzed the student perception about the challenges and to mastering that speaking skills. And the second one is participant. So this study includes 26 students from English Language Education Study Program from Universitas Mahasaraswati Denpasar. Like I said before, the study includes 26 students to find the data and from English Language Education Study Program from Universitas Mahasaraswati Denpasar. And the last is the methodology of the journal. So the journal using a quantitative research to collect the data. Do you understand about the research overview?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Now we move to the next slide. The student perception on speaking skills. I have 3 points about the student perception on the speaking skills. So the first is the importance of speaking skills. The second one is need for supportive learning materials. And the last is desire to be interactive. So the first is that students realize that speaking skills are important for effective communication. So the students have challenges to mastering their speaking skills because they have limited vocabulary to communicate effectively with the other people. The second one is need for supportive learning material. So students feel the need for learning material such as textbooks, it can help them to improve their speaking skill. So the student needs supporting learning material to improve their speaking skills, like using textbook, learning with a video, learning with using application. So I have 3 examples. The first is learning with using textbooks. So the student can learn and can improve their speaking skills, like reading books, find the new vocabulary, and read about the conversation in the textbook. And the second one is learning with using a video. So I think learning with using a video is really interesting for students. Not make learning boring, right? So the last is learning using application. So the student can learning and improve their speaking skills like using application. For the example is Duolingo and Elsa application. Do you know Elsa application? Do you know? So in the application, you can record your voice to answer the question. So it can help students to improve their speaking skills with using application too. So I will ask you, what do you use to improve your speaking skills? Like watching a film with the English subtitle, using application, reading books, and many else. What do you use to improve your speaking skills? How about Yogi? What do you use to improve your speaking skills? Like using application, watch a film with the English subtitle, podcast maybe?
Maybe I'm join a public speaking group to improve my English speaking.
Only that?
Maybe I'm watching a movie.
With the English subtitle?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you Yogi. How about Jadar? What do you use to improve your speaking skills? How about Restu? Like using application, many else.
I usually listening music and watching movie with English subtitle.
Alright, so thank you Restu. How about the others? How about Mutiara? What do you use to improve your speaking skills?
What I use to develop my speaking skills is, well, most of the time I speak English with my father,
Alright.
or I sing English songs.
Alright, so you practice with your father, right?
It's not just
Speaking.
practice. Actually, sometimes we just speak English.
Alright. So how about Yuda? What do you use?
I use application like Duolingo or watching video with English subtitle or listen the music and practice.
Alright, so thank you Yuda. How about Imelda? What do you use to improve your speaking skill?
Usually I use application. You know application condom.
Oh, alright, I know.
I think that is the best strategy because we have to realize it. We speak with the others.
Alright, so thank you about your opinion about using application to improve their speaking skills, listening to music, speaking with other people maybe. So now we move to the next point is desire to be interactive. So the student express their desire for an interactive interactive and interesting learning environment that encourage active participation. So the student need to use the interesting learning, like using application to make the learning fun, not boring, like that. So, do you understand about the student perception and speaking skills?
Yes, Miss.
Really? Alright, so now we move to the next slide. Challenges in speaking skills. So, I have 4 points about the challenges in speaking skill in the journal. The first is lack of vocabulary. The second one is fear of making a mistake. The third one is pronunciation issue. And the last is low confidence. So the first is lack of vocabulary. So students struggle with finding the right word during a conversation. So students have a struggle with the mastering that speaking skills, the conversation about the other people, because have a limited vocabulary, so that the student can communicate effectively in the real life situation. And the second one is fear of making mistake. So the students are hesitant to speak due to fear of criticism and making errors. So the student worry about making mistake, about making errors, and the student afraid to speaking because the student always afraid when they make a mistake, they make errors, get the criticism in the friends, in the people. So the third one is pronunciation issue. So the difficulty in pronouncing word correctly affect communication. So the difficult pronunciation can make a student is difficult to communication effectively with the other people, right? Now the last is low confidence. So the student have nervousness and shyness inhibit a student from speaking freely. So the student is have nervousness and shyness to speaking. So when the student low confidence, so they can't improve their speaking skills because always, oh, I'm so afraid, I'm nervous, I'm worried about making mistake, I'm worried about making errors. So turn your nervousness to speaking, turn your shyness, because you can do it. I think that is about the challenges in speaking skills. So, do you understand about the challenges in speaking skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Now we move to the next slide. Ice breaking. I think you need ice breaking to refresh your brain, because I think you feel bored to hear my presentation. So, can the ladies and gentlemen stand up? It's okay. Alright, so we singing and dancing. You can see it? You can see it?
Yes.
So when I say banana dance, you can prepare like banana, you know? And when I say 1, 2, 3, so you can feel banana, feel banana, eat banana, eat banana, cut banana, cut banana. But you understand?
Yes, Miss.
Alright. Are you ready?
Ready.
Once again, are you ready?
Ready.
Alright, so banana dance. Banana. Once more. Yes, like say a mantra.
Okay.
Say one.
1, 2, 3. Banana dance.
Banana.
1, 2, 3, go. Feel banana, feel banana, feel banana, feel banana, cut banana, cut banana, cut banana, cut banana, eat banana, eat banana, eat banana, eat banana, shake banana, shake banana, shake banana, shake banana, boom banana, boom banana, boom banana, boom banana. Alright. Let's sit down.
Thank you.
What do you feel?
It's the same.
It does feel alright.
Ready.
Thank you. So now we move to the materials. Next, strength. So I have 4 points about the strength of the journal. The first is relevant of the topic. The second one is clear methodology. The third one is valuable findings. And the last is practical recommendation. So the first is relevant of the topic. So this journal discuss about the importance of speaking skills. So the journal is relevant to the topic. So because the journal discuss about the student perception and challenges that to mastering that speaking skills. And the second one is clear methodology. So this research use a quantitative methodology. So the journal have a clear methodology using a quantitative methodology, quantitative research to find the data, and include 26 students from English language teaching education study programs from Universitas Mahasaraswati Denpasar using questionnaire and interview to collect the data. And the third one is valuable findings. So the study provides clear insight into the challenges faced by students. So this study explains about the challenges faced students to mastering that speaking skills. And because the students have a limited vocabulary, low confidence, worry about making mistakes, nervousness, and shyness to speaking. And the last is practical recommendation. So the journal offers a concrete suggestion for teachers to develop teaching materials. So this journal gives a suggestion to teachers about using the interesting materials, like using application to make the learning is not feel boring, and the teacher can improve their learning using the textbooks, video, and application to learning. So students not feel boring to study. Now we move to the Next slide. Do you understand about the strength of the journal?
Yes, Miss.
Alright, thank you. So, the next. Alright, so the speaking skills is really important for us about, but I think we explain about the weakness of the journal. I have 4 points. The first is limited simple size. The second one is lack of methodology variety. The third one is narrow focus on speaking skills. And the last is limited data analysis. So, I think that is about my materials. If you have any question, free for you to ask me. Alright, Mutiara.
Okay. My question is that who did this research?
Who is this research? So, this research conducted by Ninyoman Sekanimas and Ajeng Leonitaji. Alright, that is the by Ninyoman Sekanimas and Ajeng Leonitaji. How about the others? Do you have any question? Alright, Nelda?
I would like to ask, I was very impressed with the research you discussed about speaking skills in the 21st century. Are speaking skills so important, and why is the topic so important to discuss?
Alright. Thank you, Imelda, for your question. So, speaking skills is really important for us because we're going to be a teacher in the future. So, we have to mastering that speaking skills to learn a student in the future. So, why we need to discuss about the speaking skills? Because I think it's really important for us to learn about the speaking skills in the 21st century, what the student perception and the challenges that to mastering that speaking skills. I think that is the answer. Thank you, Melda. How about the others? Do you have any question? Alright, Yuda.
I would like to know about the participant in this study. You mentioned that the study involves the English education study program and Saraswati University in Denpasar. How many students were in this study?
Can you repeat again about your question?
How many students were in this study?
How many students? Alright. So this study includes 26 students from English Learning Education Study Programs for Universitas Mahasaraswati Denpasar. Alright. How about the others? Do you have any question? Alright, Mutiara.
I heard that students prefer to use printed materials over digital materials in their learning. Do you think printed materials are more useful or easier to understand?
Alright, can you repeat again once more?
I heard that students prefer to use printed materials over digital materials for their learning. So, do you think printed materials are more useful or easier to understand?
Alright, thank you, Mutiara, for your question. So, the printer is easy to understand for students. So, why the teacher use a textbook to learn, to study? Because student easy to understand. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you, Mutiara. Bye.
In the study, the challenges that students face in speaking skills seem to be very interesting and relevant. How do students overcome this, and what challenges do students face in speaking skills?
Yes, I think students have challenges and face to mastering their speaking skills because the students have a limited vocabulary. Sometimes low to confidence, like nervousness, shyness to speaking. So when the student shyness and nervousness, so they can speaking effectively in the real life situation. So then when the student worry about making mistake, so when the student can improve their speaking skills, when the student always worry to making mistake, I think the student don't need to worry about making mistake because I think we study, right? So everyone have making a mistake. I think that is.
Thank you.
Thank you. How about the others? All right, Yogi.
Next question for you. Why you choose this journal?
Why I choose this journal? Like I said before, so this journal is really important for us because we're gonna be a teacher. So I think we have to mastering that speaking skills to learning because students need the interesting learning. Like I think that's answer your question. How about the others? Bintang?
So, based on the findings of the study, what are the recommendations given to teachers or lecturers to help students overcome the challenges faced in learning this field?
All right. Can you repeat again?
Based on the findings of the study, what are the recommendations given to teachers or lecturers to help students overcome the challenge faced in learning to speak?
Oh, the
Based on the findings,
findings like the teacher, what the teacher
what are the recommendations given to the teachers?
giving to teacher. Oh, like using interesting materials, like using application, videos, and reading books. I think that is the answer of your question. How about the others? Do you have any question? All right, Yuda.
What methods were used in the study? Given the importance of accurate data in qualitative research, are there other special tools or techniques in this process?
All right. So thank you. So the journal using a quantitative research to find the data using includes 26 students from English language education study programs from Universitas Maha Saraswati Denpasar using a questionnaire and interview to collect the data. All right. I think that is the answer. How about the others? Do you have any question? All right, Restu.
What is the abstract of this journal?
Oh, the abstract of the journal. I think I want to explain it in the slide, but I think I have to explain it again. So the abstract of the journal is the study discuss about what the challenges and the student perception about the speaking skills in the 21st century. So I think that is the answer of your question. How about the others? Do you have any question?
Miss,
All right.
Miss, why you decide to choose this journal?
Is that
Decide why you choose this journal?
why I choose this journal? I think I answered the question, but I have to explain it again. So, like I said before, speaking skills is really important for us because we're gonna be a teacher in the future, right?
Yes.
So I think we need to learn about the speaking skills and what the student perception and challenges that mastering the speaking skills. Alright. Thank you, Nila. How about the others? Do you have any question? Because you don't have the question for me, I have a question for you. So, what do you get about my materials when I explained about my materials? How about Mutiara? What do you get?
Well, what I get is that the method of teaching in the 21st century has changed significantly compared from what it was before, and also how the different struggles that students face when they learn how to speak English.
Alright, thank you, Mutiara. How about the others? I think Bintang. What do you get about my materials?
So what I think I will mention here is students have several challenges in speaking skills.
Alright.
Like let's take an example. They can express their ideas because of the challenges, some of the challenges, something like that.
Alright, thank you for your opinion. Because you don't have a question for me, I think that is about my materials. So, the conclusion of my materials is speaking skills is really important for us for English language teaching, to improve that we're speaking skills to communicate effectively in the real life situation. So I think that speaking skills is important for us. So I think that is about my presentation about my materials. So if you have any comment, free for you, give me a comment about my presentation. Alright, Mutiara.
Okay. Your presentation is overall is great.
Alright, thank
You
you.
seem to be very calm, and you also don't rely too much on the PowerPoint, which is very
Alright.
good.
Thank you.
One thing that I want to say, is that sometimes you seem to mispronounce a few words,
Alright.
and also you speak some words using like grammatically incorrect, and like use the other is like in English, in Indo-English.
Alright.
But overall, your presentation is really good, and I think that's all from me.
Alright, thank you, Tia. How about the others? Do you have any comment for me? Give me a comment about my speaking skills, about my materials. When I have a mistake, pronunciation errors. Alright. Nelda?
Thank you for your presentation today. I think your presentation today is very good.
Thank
You
you.
improved your presentation more than the last week.
Alright, thank you.
You did well. But the weakness from your presentation, I think, same like I said, you sometimes say some mispronunciation. But overall, you did well.
Alright, thank you, Nelda. How about the others? Do you have any comment for me to improve my speaking skills, pronunciation? Yogi, do you have any comment for me?
I think your presentation is good, very
Alright,
good,
thank you.
master material, and just as looking, yeah, I think presentation you good.
Alright, thank you. Do you like my ice cream cake?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Okay. How about the others? Do you have any comment for me? I think that's good. I think you have a comment for me.
I have come for you. is good. I think you gave your best. You
Thank
spoke
you.
clearly, and
Thank you.
I thought your presentation and your
Speaking.
explaining very interesting and so fun.
Alright, thank you, Restu. How about the others? Do you have any comment for me to improve my pronunciation? Yuda, I think you.
I think your presentation is better.
Thank
You
you.
spoke louder, you spoke clearly. Relax your material. You master material and
Thank you.
the material is interesting.
Alright, thank you, Yuda. Bintang, give me a comment to improve my speaking or my pronunciation about my materials.
I think the presentation is very good, especially
Thank you.
the
Speaking.
explicating and you mastering the material. That's so good.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you, Bintang. So, thank you for your comment. I hope I can improve my speaking skills, my pronunciation in the future. Alright, in the next presentation. So, I think that is the all of my presentation. Good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.